One of Cameron's most notable professors and authors has passed away.
Dr. George Stanley died Monday in Oklahoma City from a brain aneurysm. Stanley taught a variety of courses with a specialty in languages during his 41 years at Cameron. He also wrote over 100 books, many geared toward children. He knew so many languages that his colleagues have lost count of just how many he learned. But colleagues and family members say it wasn't what he learned that they'll remember, but what other people learned from him.
7 News reporter Garrett Cryer spent some time with Dr. Stanley's family and colleagues today to learn a little more about him. Garrett?
Guys, Dr. Stanley was much more than just a professor. He also was a loving husband to his wife Gwen and father to his two boys, Charles and James. They say he was full of energy that he transferred to everyone around him. This is a recent picture of Dr. Stanley winning the Oklahoma Book Award for his book, Night Fires. But beyond the books, languages, and awards, his children say he was a great dad.
You know, he never missed a game, took us to every practice. You know, he was always there for us, and he was just our dad.
His sons say having a dad who knew close to 30 languages was interesting, to say the least, even at the dinner table.
The moment they didn't want us to know what it is they were talking about, German. All of a sudden they'd be speaking German, and James and I would be looking at each other like, oh. Yeah, so I guess that means one of us is, you know, being put on restriction right now.
And beyond his family, Stanley also transferred his wealth of energy and information to his students and colleagues.
George handed me, we were just talking, and he just handed me a letter that he'd gotten from a person who was finishing up an advanced degree, who had written to him to say that she had been an absolutely miserable reader and felt defeated by it as a kid.
But she had gotten started with Dr. Stanley's Road to Reading series and began to get excited about reading.
That woman that had written that letter thanking him, when George read it, he said that meant more to him than any award he would ever get.
My favorite of his accomplishments was being the most amazing father, and there's never been a better one. And there never will be. If I can be half the father he was, that would be, you know, certainly a great start.
I mean, I feel like the community, the United States, the world, I feel like, you know, they really have lost an American icon. And, you know, he set a great example as a father, you know, husband, brother, you know, all of the above. And he's going to be incredibly missed.
Family members say Stanley worked right up until he died. He had been working on learning another language called Pashto and was very excited about being able to teach it to others. Back to you.
Well, Cameron President Cindy Ross released a statement about Dr. Stanley. She said, quote, "It is often said that in a work environment, no one is irreplaceable. However, Dr. Stanley is one of those extraordinary people who indeed is irreplaceable." Dr. Stanley's funeral will be held tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the First Baptist Church in Lawton.